the pistol, and the first bullet is connected. Shocks to the brain of Rops. He was somewhat of a lone wolf. He had one man alongside him. It was Woxic towards upper at the moment.
Was he boosted when he killed Rops?
I didn't get to kill.
I think I'm looking at the X on the scoreboard right now. It looks like he was killed when he was boosting up on the brown horse. I'm going to check that out. Take it away, Alex.
You go investigate, because Kenny's already charging straight out towards green. Chris posturing pop.
Dude, it was.
Walking out.
He was boosted. And the brown horse, and Shocks one tapped him from the back of the B-bomb site.
That's absurd. What a first blood.
We need a replay of that. Not sure if everyone's hearing this, but we need the replay right now. Get it ready.
That is not a shot you're expecting to take. Nice work from Kenny. Catches Carrigan as he walks out main. Looking for a second fight and gets it. Frozen didn't quite find the shots, and already the French firing on all cylinders. That's the end of that one. So precise.
Oh, more of that. That's very nice from G2 there. Excellent shots. I need to see that Shock to replay though, because that shot, like, you very rarely see a kill come either way. For too much. Rops has got armor. The rest of them are deagles and no nades. But Carrigan, he's been great this tournament. One of his best in recent memory. He will take it down early, and Rops will take a little bit of damage there from the flames of the incendiary. He'll have to go back up towards the upper area of Pop Dog. 5 versus 4 with no grenades. It's unlikely they do much with this, but a couple of 1-digs will certainly help out. And get the bomb down. That'd be excellent. But Jax, very assertive, his push towards main entrance. He'll take down Frozen. And some spam's coming through. You can see it does a little bit of damage there. Need to get the dinks in to do anything significant.
Woxic's managed to kind of crawl up Ivy. There is Kenny with the Scout, but that's a weapon that can be easily overwhelmed. Certainly, if there's any knowledge of his position, should be scoped. The information's there. Amanek's just going to take all the fights. A lovely aggressive hold from the double SMGs. And that's Woxic just making his presence known on Ivy. Great shot. Will pick up the Scout, and he's no slouch with this. He can at least continue to do some economical damage. The flash will force him off the angle for now. He's being pushed and likely to get this frag any moment now. Woxic's given a shot, and only one, I would assume. My goodness, Lucky's backing away. He doesn't want to make any mistakes. Doesn't want to lose that
last month or so. He's been boot camping the entire time. So
finishes it off. Amanek holding that Ivy excursion, but I'm pretty sure another slip through. Yes, Chris J has slipped the net.
This is big, actually. They're going ready towards inside as well, but he has been spotted, but he manages to hit the headshot there. They're going for an inside play, and Shoxy looks ready. Will they come down the lower ramp? They will indeed. He gets the first, but not going to find two. 3 versus 3. Orb still up, but Kenny is low.
Chris J will finally be caught off guard. Amanek gets it as the bomb falls in. Frozen. One behind that plant. Where's his weapon gone? Finds it. Now, Rops, he could get the timing right. I'd love to have that X-ray back, but nice connection. Amanek gone. Kenny and Jax, it's not ideal. That AWP glass cannon for a retake, it just doesn't feel realistic.
Yeah, with no kit especially, I don't think they will have much of a chance here. Jax has to do something quite special at this point. He comes in for the low round, finds one, no problem at all there, but he can't defuse at this point. It looks like it's too far gone. He will certainly give it a go, but Rob should be able to find him, no problem. I say
it's planted up. 4 seconds. He's ignoring him. The call's not being made. Spray. Can't find him. A 10-second ninja.
I can't
Jax
believe it.
on the bomb!
I can't believe it.
Himself a double AWP coming into the first buy round from Mousesports, and Frozen so very brazen. He chooses to swing out, and his teammates finish what he started. Woxic in the meantime is Molotov to death. Didn't quite get to catch that one.
He was 5 HP, so he touched the flames as he was retreating blind, so he just accidentally jumped into the fire, and we'll find ourselves with a 4 versus 3 now. Frozen still low. And at this stage, we'll work out as to whether this is where Mousesports even post around here. Carrigan looks like he's done for. Jax has spotted him at E-box. And we'll wait for his opportunity now to strike. Is this going to be enough? 1 minute on the clock, and still plenty of G2 players alive with a double AWP setup here.
I think the damage done to Frozen is going to come back to haunt Mouse. He really cannot be proactive. He wants to push through green. Actually, he's still considering it with the smoke present. But G2, they've got that 4-man stack, 3 of them towards the site. And Jax is going to finish off what Amanek started.
Deadly. So you've got Kenny S and Lucky operating on the G2 side. Then you have Woxic and Chris J available. Carrigan as well is a very proficient. Only way you can shut down AWPers like Kenny is if you can actually get those smokes down, flash them off, and make them uncomfortable. Right now he can just sit boosted up in the connector, watching towards the main choke points. But he does miss the first shot at least, but doesn't take any damage, so that's absolutely fine. And he should be able to nail that one. It's Jackson.
Look behind the curtain, courtesy of Tom Newman with that incredible documentary. Haven't seen it worth.
You need and you love if you're not good at changing over, especially if you have very specific needs like a left-hander.
And certainly if it's a discontinued
Exactly,
mouse.
That's a good point. And we go though towards the outside bomb site. It's going to be Kenny S striking first, and he is making them dance. Around the bomb site they go. It's AWP shots being connected. Every single one successful so far, but Frozen is still alive and kicking. They might have a chance in this round still. It goes down to the 2-on-2.
Was this a 2-on-5?
Yep.
My
Kenny
goodness.
with 3 to kick things off.
Kenny mowed them down. Frozen, the fact that he's still alive is a surprise. Well, he's lost his backbone. He's got no HP for this, surely. Yeah, but the fact that he jumps over Lucky's scope, he might even be able to get the plant. It's not possible. There's a Molotov, there's an AWP. Come out of the gate swinging. Frozen has two already so deep into the site, but it's not going to be met by anything other than dismay. 3 frags, very quick succession from the CTs. Robson Wogsik just having a conversation. It's only the Glock for the latter, and that nade lands right into the chest of Robs. Salt in the wound, and I'm not sure they're going to have anything to show for this round. Didn't bring much into it, admittedly. But that is the end of that. Amanek restrained, and G2 poised.
This is why we're so good together, Alex. It's such a smooth cast.
Oh, definitely. That's all right, I guess.
That is so weird. So they both take each other down. So they both hit their shots and both get a kill. That's fair.
It is also somewhat of a signature move from Voxic, and this is too. They love this aggressive double hold, and an AWP is actually pretty poised perfect for Kenny. He's not going to be taken down. Caught by Carrigan. It's only a tag. But aggressive takes on this T-Con have been rewarded twice now. First with SMGs, second with Kenny's aggressive AWPing. And talking of aggressive, look at Shoxy up the ramp. And goodbye, good night. I'll be back in the site.
Yeah, Rops is known to play the Brown Halls area, specifically upper ramp, almost every single round their default. So Shoxy knows even when it's quiet, there's a chance Rops is just lingering. Carrigan snuck through, though. He's got towards connector. They have got a slight chance now. Even in a 4-on-2, Shoxy has given them no information here. Carrigan knows he's onto something. So Chris J, his objective now is hold the phone. He doesn't have to do anything. Just stay alive and see what Carrigan can do here. Carrigan needs to be very careful. He's going to go for the kill towards Shoxy, actually. He's got a free one. He knows it as well. He can actually knife Shoxy if he wants to at this stage. He's not going to be checking behind him. So here we go. Free kill. He's going to spot him. And will he wait? He'll let his teammate get close. So let me kill him.
Wait for him to cross.
There we go. Now the pounce.
Wow. Clock starts.
That would have made you crap yourself, by the way.
That is terrifying for Shox. I guess I've lost the sight. Lucky flashed off, forced off, and now with the bomb down, they've got to play this after plant perfectly. Just the two of them. Carrigan, Chris J, no utilities. The Molotov does get thrown. And bullets exchanged during the flashbang, both doing the dance. Jax does throw out his Molotov. That can't come back to haunt them now. Kenny and Lucky both on that AWP. That makes this difficult. Not hard for Lucky to find the first. Now Carrigan 1 versus 2.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him, but he's done a great job to even get them in this position. Could this be the first round for Mousesports? The bomb's in the open.
You don't have to.
And he's going to miss the first shot, but there it is. The round will still go in favor of G2. It's a comfortable defense.
Now that is a retro AWP from Voxic. Excuse me, Kenny S is what I was trying to talk about, but Voxic's so quick to shut him down. It's already on the battlefield. Where do you go from here? This looks great from Mousesports, poised with that pick. They're already starting to push out Ivy. This is going to be a pincer maneuver. If Rops shows from Popdog, this could be the perfect time to show up. Jax only gets the one. Amanek left to his own devices on site. Does have the rotate towards backtracks. Ivy could be a point of contention. Nice work from Rops to clear the site. And now, for the first time, it feels like in this game, G2 are at the disadvantage, but looking to change that from 2 versus 4. It's 2 versus 2. We're still 60 seconds. This round changes in a flash.
Yeah. Blink and you miss it. Rops and Frozen, two of the strongest fraggers within the Mousesports ranks. Can they make much of this? Lucky. Poised with the AWP. Bomb recovered on the back of Frozen. We have Rops all the way in T-spawn. Shoxy is going to strike, but can't quite find the head. This is surely where Mousesports can find some success here. They lose this 2-on-1 to an AWP, they'll be gutted. All the utility Lucky could ask for. He can smoke the bomb. He can flash them off. He can incendiary behind Sturden Trains. We'll see whether he can find any sort of wiggle room here. Throws the smoke on the bomb. Incendiary towards Popdog, maybe. Not quite enough. Did well. Amanek spots one, but that was the idea. They just want to get some intel from the CT side. No time to react to it. Flies back up, and it's the first kill for Lucky. Does he repeat this? Well, Shoxy's going to find everyone before he can. What a beautiful sequence this is from G2. Very lackluster from Mousesports. Where'd the smoke? Where'd the flash? Surprise burst there, and Frozen is just like, look at this POV right now, Alex.
Yeah,
he's a hands off the you can't do that. That's not cool. You can't just sit there pretending you don't care. No time to react to it. Flies back up, and it's the first kill for Lucky. Does he repeat this? Well, Shoxy's going to find everyone before he can. What a beautiful sequence this is from G2. Very lackluster from Mousesports. Where's the smoke? Where are the flashbangs? Where's anything?
How does Lucky just have to look at ramp and
They didn't deploy a single bit of utility. They're going for a surprise burst there, and Frozen's just like, look at this POV right now, Alex.
Yeah,
he's a hands off the you can't do that. That's not cool. You can't just sit there pretending you don't care. What's he doing? He's AFK. I don't like that.
Maybe against the sidearms. I mean, you fall to those deagles. They close that gap. It can get awkward, can get dicey. Highly unlikely that they'll be able to find the early frags, though. Kenny's already found one. Chris J's gone. That's not bad. Frozen with a response. They swing out on E-Box, but they are all exposed, and they don't have utility for the longevity. They have to continue to find these fights.
Yeah, they absolutely do. One behind E-Box is going to be Rops, and Lucky seems to be very aware of it, but it's still a 1-dig from Frozen.
Hello?
There's a chance here. They need a couple more where that came from. Let's see what they've got left in the tank. It's Rops. He's getting closer and closer to the bomb site. That's an excellent shot there from Shoxy and Frozen. He's got 2 so far. Has he got anything left? Apparently not. It's double digits. This is the pick of Mousesports.
Just 11 rounds in. That's saying something.
Yeah, here comes the run boost. Voxic desperate to open things up here. Oh, it's Kenny S, though, who will react quickly. He's having a great showing here, Alex. That's another opening kill. Takes down one of the greatest scalps of Mousesports at that point. It's going to be Voxic removed. 5-on-4 favor for G2 and 10-1 overall on the pick of their opposition.
Yeah, Mousesports, they were probably already at the back of their minds thinking about that veto. Dust 2 next. Vertigo should we desire. He's making his presence known, breaks the glass with his Glock, doesn't want to reveal the AWP, picked it up from Voxic. You see a smoke thrown out, actually. I believe that was from Frozen. He's trying to back up his teammate Carrigan, who's going to try and sell some presence on that outer sight.
For people that follow Carrigan teams, like, he is known for this on most maps. He's very good at timing, and I'll explain why the in-game leader does that as we get an opportunity. But for now, Kenny pulls one back. They have to go towards Pop Dog, and imagine with 30 seconds remaining, they have to go 1 by 1. Somehow Chris J hits that shot, and there's a chance now. 3 versus 2, 25 seconds remaining. Kenny misses a shot. They have an even greater chance at this stage, but it looks like it's all under control. Chris J actually gets tagged up a little bit, down to 42 now, as Kenny looks to finish things off. Maybe a little bit overzealous there. Perhaps. 13 seconds remaining. He will go for the plant. I think it's going to come through, but Shoxy is there to shut it down. He'll get the plant. That means another buy next round with the maximum loss bonus. Singulators should be doing.
Quick one. Smokes all falling, a full execute coming out from Mousesports. They're looking to do some early damage. Amanek hugging the wall and takes the frag on Frozen. Carrigan, he has to do some huge work here. Amanek's back was turned. There's no trade. Kenny's on the site and misses a shot. Nice work from Jax. He emerges from Pop, and damn, he does pop off. Double kill. Carrigan's head rolling as well. Just Rops left alone. Jax is already looking at him, nade in hand. Kenny's got the AWP train there too. And this is a slaughter, Henry. This was posted as being the game of the day. A best of 3 versus... Coming out fast again. Rinse repeat for Mousesports and rinse repeat for the kill feed. Lucky gets the opening shot this time, and Chris J quick to trade, but Lucky's not done there. Doubles up.
Really not, is he? These AWPs have been a thorn in Mousesports' side, and we'll see now if they're going to do any damage this round. It was looking pretty good. They got some access towards the outside area, but now a 3 versus 1. Carrigan, if he gets that kill, maybe there's a chance. Now there is again. Lovely shot. Bomb still down. Up against 3, though. 1 minute 20.
Where's that bomb? It's wide open.
The thing is about Carrigan, right? People forget this about him. In his career, when he needs to clutch, when his team are desperate for rounds, he actually normally can pull these sort of rounds off. He's got enough time to work with. He's a very smart, cerebral player. We'll see whether this is enough. He'll get lucky. You can see he's got himself in a decent position. They have no idea. He's got at least 1 here, but that will give his spot up. Oh, dear.
What are the chances?
Someone to go Mac 10 or something, or Galil, just so you have a bit of utility here. Carrigan, that's audacious, I'll say that much.
I mean, he's vulnerable to a nade. Here it comes, and that, well, there it goes. And now Amanek, despite that, finds a perfect shot. The flash didn't really dissuade him from holding that line. Rops trying to use this smoke. We saw Jax do it oh so well from the CT perspective. Now, Rops trying to use the very same smoke to find frags. Amanek's having no issues. They just take it in turns to open this defense up, but this time, it's a bit more resistance from Chris J and Frozen.
We're off. 13-2 is recoverable, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's train after all. But I think that team talk, that halftime team talk, would have to be something quite special. Coach has got his work cut out for him, Raging.
Here we go.
Again. Number 2 with a bomb in hands on Ivy, and Voxic realizes he has to just play the survival role in this 3 versus 2.
Oh, we won't see him because of the scope, but it's still, he'll adjust, and it's a lovely shot from Chris J. He knows this 2 rounds would be enough. Lucky, who's been playing out of his mind so far. 2 versus 1, final round of the half. Switches to the P250. He knows one of these players is low. He'd have got the call that wanted to be dinked. He'll spot that first player now. Gets him, no problem at all. 1 versus 1, Chris J very good in these sort of scenarios as well. He's got the advantage here, one of the most difficult sites to clutch on, especially when you have the AWP. Will finally be taken down. He hits the shot to close things out, but it's not enough to get the kill. So we'll see a challenge towards Ivy here. Lots of damage done. You can see why that HE has been picked up. It does a lot of collateral damage there as he gets the opening frag as well. Chris J gets tagged to 4 HP, and Amanek waits for any sort of response here towards the main entrance.
I think Frozen's going to give it to him. Trying to crouch under the cross there, and he did have an opportunity. Bullets don't connect, though. Chris J's low in the meantime. He's still willing to take that fight, and it works out for them. Mousesports, a flurry of frags, 2 for them. Kenny starts to use that smoke as a wall. Unfortunately, you can shoot through that one. And Kerrigan does exactly that. Swift from Jax with a P250, but he is all alone up against the entire squad. Looking for an ace clutch. That's a start.
Wow.
And a huge one. This is why we're seeing so many P250s in the pistol. That damage fall off, it's almost doubled.
Jackson Lucky flying the flag at the very top of the scoreboard. 19 kills so far. And this is possible. Considering Chris J's HP, it's not like he can't do this. We'll see whether he can get Frozen first. Looking towards... Oh, God.
This is a sniper in the hands of Jax.
What is this?
The best $300 spent so far.
This will be wild. If he pulls this one, I think to the bomb as well,
Chris
Alex.
J's low as well. 25, though.
Yeah.
They're cowering in Z. He's been given a lot of freedom. G2, they start to hold their breath. This has been quite the heroic start to the second half of our first map here. 13 seconds, he starts to get the bomb in. They're going to try and go as a pack. Jackson,
no way! No!
This is absurd! Looking for the 1v5, and Woxic takes it from him.
Oh my goodness.
It's not an AWP.
Yeah, like Alex said, that pistol is not deep on the T side. That's $300. So you can get that and a smoke, and you can actually have a very strong stance. But it's Chris J opening things up. He'll get Shoxy, and luckily for Mousesports, there is no force buy here, but they'll be up against the AKs next. And that's why they focus really on the rifles this round. They're hoping the force buy didn't come through. They won't have any utility this round, but they'll be prepared for round number 3.
Setting themselves up for the long haul. As you have to if you want to think about the win. That's a strange one from Woxic. He's missed 2 sitters on a low HP player there. I say sitters, of course, the scout not the easiest weapon to maneuver with. Woxic, however, usually very comfortable with it. Perhaps that mouse still plaguing him. Now it is. 3rd time's the charm. Jax falls. And this round should be all but done. Yeah, concluded by another double from Kerrigan. Lucky surely going to give an extra $600 into the pocket of Frozen. Bit of a trade, actually. Lucky catching Frozen, Chris J quicken response from Pop.
Even for now. Firepower in favor.
Player locked out, there's none there though. So Kerrigan, he knows he's about to get given a fight. All 3 of them at the same time, it's too much for him. Overwhelmed, Chris J's Molotov could not have arrived at a better time, but shocks through the flames, he thrives!
Wow.
That's insane. Chris J was in the prime position to completely destabilize this swing into the site, but that's enough. Shox realizes that kill is everything and stands in the flames to achieve it.
They have a very difficult decision to make now. Rops, the best he can really do is save that FAMAS and take it to the next round. Woxic, same story, the scout, I'm afraid. He'll be able to drop a rifle next round. Rops will as well, but this is getting a little bit dangerous at this point. 14-4 and 4 players survive on the GT side. It means Kenny gets armor next round. They're all going to have you fully equipped with their grenades, and Mousesports will be plugging holes across the board.
Yeah, the Mousesports raft has certainly lost a couple of its bindings, that's for sure.
So he has to keep the scout ready. Voxer could drop the scout, I suppose, and he can't even afford the AWP himself. They're really at the bottom of the loss bonus right now. That's the first
Up
stage.
towards the showers.
Yeah, well, Mousesports going to need a cold one after this. Kerrigan will get the first frag, and they have actually got the man advantage for now. We are going to see a 3 versus 4 in favor of Mousesports. Rops not alone necessarily towards the side. Vox is there with the scout, and he does connect the first shot. Throws in a flashbang, but if he repeats this, there's a chance Kenny gets him, which he will. Rops needs multiple frags here. Gets one. Is there any chance of a trade? There it is. Advantage G2. AK and M4 on the retake here. Smoke towards connector. Bomb planted. Kenny with the AWP needs to try and wiggle his way out of this one.
Yeah, if he gets one here, job done. Anything else is a bonus. Lucky can finish this one off surely. Chris J looking to be the hero. He was their hero player. Uses the smoke as he's flashed to make sure he can recover safely. But Kenny just dancing around the bomb. That's a huge connection. Now it's time to play on the bomb. Smoke out and
Got it.
holding it. That's a guaranteed defuse. Just like that, Chris J saves Mousesports. They live to fight another day. 14 then to 5.
MAP10s here. They're going to go for a very fast approach, I'd imagine. Try and get the money strong. Shut down the lack of utility on the CT side or lack of helmets as Rops gets a taste of the MAP10 and they've got full inside control.
This is terrifying.
That makes so much sense, Alex. They kept the money strong knowing there's a chance they won't have helmets on the CT side. It came down to a 1v1 before. That's a sacrifice they had to choose, and it comes back to haunt them.
Someone's been crunching the numbers on G2.
Yeah, that was wild. If Shoxy read that and called that situation, I love it.
10 points to Gryffindor. Carrigan, he's got an eyesight, just can't quite connect the bullets. One on bomb train. This is such a hard retake. You have to start giving up, surely. Certainly when Jax is hitting shots like that, but so's Frozen. He's still present, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Has the kit, but time is of the essence. He has to get onto it. He only has the flashbang. Dives into the smoke as it still remains. 3 seconds. Shox is ready.
More time to explain it than I do, because the fact you've made that sort of call is absolutely unbelievable. Really intelligent stuff.
Now, that shotgun we talked about is only going to find one. This is looking bleak. Just Carrigan and Rops to try and keep Train alive as a possibility for Mousesports here at the Major. Dust2 waiting in the wings. It was the Frenchman's choice, and that's perfect.
Damn.
The timing.
I think that's all she wrote for Train. And if you just joined us, this is the pick of Mousesports. Our best of 3. It's Dust2 next. And that's a Fraggers map. G2 have done nothing but that. Mousesports have been slow. They had technical issues. And they find themselves at a 16-5 scoreline in the first map here. It's Vertigo as a third if required. Carrigan, no chance, really. A nice, pretty frag there. But he doesn't have a kit, Alex. He has nothing, really. It will just be for the scoreboard at this point.
Yeah, looking to just finish this one off. Perhaps another little 1D for the bonus points, but no, it will not be. And G2